I'm back from the
Hello, dear
bullshit
viewer.
that
We have
was the
returned from commercial
previous.
break.
And I have decided to keep Task Manager off to the side, so I can actually kill this piece of shit program when it freezes!
I hope you enjoyed those commercials, because there weren't any. Don't exist. It's just a figment of the imagination I made you create.
Unless you're on YouTube
But
ads.
if you all
Imagine-
had to have commercials,
Knowing
what would
YouTube
it
is
be?
likely.
Imagine having an imagination.
Deadly destruction. Man, that was pathetic.
Jesus.
All right.
If I have, okay, let's see. If I had my own commercials, I would just do like a delivery service commercial, where I zip around on a moped and then I throw anything that you ordered right at your window.
Sini Eats! Sini Eats! No, Sini Eats!
I will not stop. I will not stop. I will yeet the thing that you ordered into your window. And it's your fault for not having bulletproof glass.
You know what I wish there was a thing is where people could pay you to eat their food for them, you know?
Why?
That is already a thing though.
Really? Oh, then I want to be hired for that. I'd just be like, man, you're not gonna finish that?
It's called poison tester.
I
I don't think you want to be hired.
can't.
Isn't it called taste tester?
Well, all right, fair enough.
Like
Race test tester.
it's like if you were signing up for poison, you wouldn't be doing that in the first place. It's just like some underground thing.
Hemlock. Nom 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 nom.
Anyway, speaking of how Tales of Symphonia is a shitty ass port, I guess the Switch version is going to be based off of the PS3 version / this version, which does not give me high hopes for its quality.
Uh-oh.
Oh
It's not
dear.
give me high hopes, probably because it's 30 FPS as opposed to the 60
Oh no, it is
FPS.
30 FPS. Actually, it's kind of funny. You want to know why they haven't been able to replicate the GameCube 60 FPS?
Oh,
I'll
I
tell-
wonder
I'll
why.
tell- I'll tell you right after this cutscene we're about to get smacked in.
Damn.
Screw you. Screw you, I wanted to know.
No, because there's going to be a cutscene coming up, and I'm not going to be launched into an explanation while we have a cutscene.
Error enough.
Run, Lloyd, run.
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Whoa,
This thing won't let
I'm a
us through.
tree.
Come on. This thing looks like leftovers from earlier.
You mean one of the giant trees?
Yep, no doubt about it. Just stand back and leave this to me. Disciple of everlasting ice.
Oh, that's right. Sheena still
Ice.
has her ninja outfit.
Hammer
Just
of
ice.
godly thunder. Servant of Mother Earth.
Hey, she's throwing all the...
No, she's doing the same thing she did.
From the dark abyss.
I know, honey. I know, honey. You just love Gnome. That's all there is to it.
Just love not Totoro.
Stand gnome.
I command thee. Gatherest before me and unleash thine power.
Whoa, what are you doing?
My impression of the mana cannon. Well, it won't be nearly as powerful, but it should be enough to take care of this thing. Lloyd, when I give the signal, run underneath it. Got it?
All right, but what about you?
Don't worry, I'll be fine. Get ready. Here we go.
Damn it,
No, that was a
alright.
little more.
Oh,
That was a
tickled.
little more. That was a little more impressive in the GameCube version, but I'll let it go.
It's just standing there awkwardly.
The worst Kamehameha ever.
Ah! Ah!
Bye, Lori.
Okay.
Bye,
Are you
Sheena.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Wait, how did she change clothes so fast?
Wait.
Cutscene reasons.
The cannon destroyed her outfit.
And then, no, the cannon destroyed her outfit, and then it conveniently let her get changed back into a regular
Just
outfit
me.
to avoid
Is it just
nudity.
me?
That was
Is
amazing.
it just me, or does her regular
Just don't
outfit
ask me to
look
do
much
Sorry,
more
anything.
Lloyd.
dirtier?
I meant to wash this in the laundry while I had my red outfit on, but this will have
Yeah,
to do for
it's
now.
definitely more dirtier.
Whew.
Meant to
That
rip
drained
it
all my
off,
energy.
but they can't
I'm
show
gonna
it.
rest for just.
They can't show it to you because of censorship reasons.
And she's back.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no! Ooh.
Why is she
What's wrong with
laughing?
you? Why are you laughing?
No.
She's almost
This
falling
is
off a
remember the time
cliff
when we
and
first
she's
met.
laughing.
Looks like you have a strong affinity for falling into holes.
Just hang on. I'll be right there.
Don't worry about me. Just hurry up and go rescue Colette.
This is not the time to act all tough.
I'm not acting. It's just like the last time when I climbed up from the bottom of that pit and I took you on. And this time, I won't miss the main event.
You better be telling the truth.
Of course. You better leave me a piece of
That's
the
an odd
action.
angle to suddenly
Okay.
switch to.
I'll be waiting for you. You got that?
I'm so stupid. Stubborn to the very end. I really need to start acting more feminine at times like this and let him rescue me. That wouldn't be my style, now, would it?
Whee!
I guess I'll die.
Good luck.
When you walk away, you don't
Please
hear me.
don't hear me say,
Please.
please. Oh, baby.
Wait, is everyone just gonna sacrifice themselves?
I think that's what's
Congratulations,
happening.
Milo!
Susie.
You picked up on the
Wait.
major theme of this dungeon! Congratulations!
Wait, you can't do that.
I-
This is
The
gonna be a
game's not
peak.
even ending
Piece
yet.
of cake.
I am smarter than most puppets with bell brains. Just saying.
Alright, Vita, you'll be a sacrifice.
Actually, there were a couple of fanship theories with Lloyd and Sheena.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Oh.
I think I've heard of those actually.
Anyway,
So, or at least I was
Yeah.
under the impression that people preferred the Lloyd and Sheena ship.
AJ, you changed.
so
I forgot to change my powder rule. It's been long. It's long since been over.
I'm keeping it. I'm keeping mine for now until I find something better. It's cute.
Oh wait, I'll ask
Anyway,
later. But
Yes,
I
well,
promised
since
I
the
would-
season's already ended.
I promised I would tell you, and so I will. They lost the source code for the GameCube version.
You're gonna regret
That was simple.
Huh?
But then how did they...
They lost
Yeah,
the source
support it.
code for the GameCube version, so they can't replicate the 60 FPS.
We won.
oh.
Thanks, Obama.
Obama Prism.
So yeah,
Why-
that's why we're probably never gonna get 60 FPS for this game unless it's remastered, because they literally lost the source code and will probably not care enough to make it.
Well, you could.
What the hell?
They could do decompilation plus a lot of rewriting, but that's a lot of effort.
Oh, look at it this way. I think I'm almost certain that there are gonna be people who are gonna mod 60 FPS onto the Switch version.
Or
To
some
them
Yes,
I,
no
might,
doubt
to
about
them
it.
I say good fucking
How to
luck.
mod frame rate.
or some might even try to rewrite the code and rebalance Symphonia as well.
Well, that would be a
Right.
remake, and this game would be low priority on the list of remakes.
I'm saying, like, if a fan, like, wasn't satisfied with the remaster, decided to take matters into their own hands and gather a bunch of friends to make the kind of game people wanted in the first place.
That's asking
That'd be cool.
asking a lot, honey. Coding is
You say that, but there were a group of people who were getting
Not
together
much of a
to do like a what was it called again? A reconstruction of the 2001 Duke Nukem prototype.
Oh no.
No,
I mean, I'm not gonna deny that people could be that dedicated, but remasters of games have always been kind of sticky. So even if a group was able to do it, one wrong move and it would be copyright claimed out of existence.
Yeah. Like,
Okay, here's another
Shooter.
sacrifice cutscene. Get ready.
Right.
oh no, it's rain.
It looks like you
We
can
won't have our
control it from
healer.
here. Leave this to me.
Professor
What?
Sage,
What?
hurry!
Don't rush me.
Don't worry, Lloyd. I'll find.
Don't worry,
a-
you can't
don't
rush
worry, Lloyd.
perfection,
You
Lloyd.
did it!
It's
Don't worry,
Lloyd.
We did it!
Don't worry, Lloyd. I'll be sure to
Uh.
post Eggman's nudes on Twitter.com for you.
Oh, she tripped. Oh,
And she fell.
Professor Sage, are you okay?
I'm fine. I just made a minor input error.
Be careful, okay?
A minor
It's okay
input
now.
error.
I'm opening the next door.
You barely avoided a
minor?
trap.
How minor?
Another input
No,
error?
an eye monster.
No! Now hurry
Yo, that freaky ass
Not
thing.
the eye. Kill it
Wait,
with
why are
fire.
you
so
ordering
I guess
light?
we don't have.
Okay.
Which
Kill
is
them with
fine. It's
fire.
not like these enemies are gonna be difficult. My Lloyd could probably solo these shits and he'll end up doing it.
Alright!
Now they're dead.
It's like
Wait.
that one
Intricate trap.
game.
Professor Sage,
Lloyd,
are
just
you
hurry
really
and
making
go.
that
I'll
many
promise I'll
mistakes?
post Eggman's nudes on Twitter.com for you.
There's no time
What
to
if
worry.
Professor Sage
opening
just
the
got
next
on
one.
top of the device thing, you know? So
No.
they
I'm
Think
pretty
you know
sure
the-
I'm very sure the device would fall down with her.
Professor
yeah,
Sage,
you're right.
I knew it!
Why are you obsessed
Lloyd,
with
we need
Eggman's
to focus on
nudes?
saving Colette.
It's not. I'm
Don't
not.
get
I'm not.
distracted.
Shadow is.
It's like she knows
Whatever.
the gig. It's like she knows the
I'm
gig,
tired.
and she's like, "All right, let me do my own sacrifice."
Alright, I'm right here. I might as well commit to the bit.
Yeah. It's
Wait,
like
so
you
are
could tell
they-
she was doing it on purpose.
Are they dead?
I'm not saying shit.
Just warming up.
What?
I'm not saying shit.
Professor
Ah.
Sage, it's okay now. Hurry up and come.
Whee!
Professor Sage,
Lloyd, this room will soon collapse. Hurry up and go.
Run.
no, I'm not
She's
leaving you
just
behind.
standing
I
there.
don't want to sacrifice
She's like-
Oh.
She's like that
Like,
meme
she
where it's
doesn't
like,
even know she's gonna die. Or is this just all an elaborate prank?
it's like that meme where the house is on fire and the dog's like, this is fine.
Yes,
No,
he
I
went
kind
here
of
to make him a
imagine-
sacrifice.
Yes,
Yes, he went here to make him a sacrifice. Everyone literally staying behind just to
Saving
fucking
the
die.
world won't
I
mean
no
anything if
regrets.
we lose you.
My
This is-
soul
You
will
know what?
Like
I'm
ev-
just gonna call it this entire
But
thing
if
is a
your
prank.
ideals die,
Everyone is
That's-
voluntarily becoming the sacrifice.
living
What
It's
on
just-
will
it's just
always
a prank,
be
bro.
tough, don't you think?
We're being sacrificed by the
I don't understand that at
writers.
all.
If you don't understand,
Pull up the
then
most
make use
epic
of your
bro
remaining
prank
life to
ever
think about what it
performed in the
means to
history of
listen to me.
Silveron.
That's my
It's
I
like,
love this.
once he saves Colette, he's gonna go like,
Do as
I
your teacher
saved
says.
Colette, but
Professor
at what
Sage!
cost?
I'll never forget.
I lost all of my friends, and then all of them
The
pull
rest
up
is
is
in
like,
your hands,
gotcha, dude.
my precious student.
Whee!
Like, gotcha, we're not actually dead. We just removed ourselves from the from the
50%
story
off.
so that you could leave
Should be
Colette
finished.
alone.
Don't worry, Lloyd. I'm in a better
All
place
I'm
now.
all
I'll
I'm
just
going
paddle
to
around.
say is rely on your knowledge of JRPG tropes.
That was just
But I'm not
warming up.
saying shit.
Oh, I know, the
Yeah,
power
I've
of
seen this
friendship.
before.
That's the Shadow Realm.
The power of
Yeah,
friendship.
true. Yeah, exactly. Also, I've seen this before, Shuri.
Yeah, I'm not saying shit.
You said that like 3 times already. We have that figured. We already know that. We thought we may have that figured out.
You know, credit where credit is due. Without a healer, there are a lot less enemies here.
You guys let
Ah.
up.
Who needs to
Alright.
who needs to be
This results
healed?
everyone.
Who needs to be healed when you can deal emotional damage?
You know, you think
Who needs
Gina-
healing? Yeah,
you think
exactly.
Gina should have something to say about his sister's sacrifice?
Remember, healing heals all wounds, but it can't cure emotional damage.
You know, you would
Alright,
think
also,
that, but that's it. Just but.
alright guys, cast your votes. Who do you think is next on the chopping block? Genus or Presea?
What about both?
Presea.
No, Genus. No, wait.
No, wait. Both.
Yeah.
I vote for both.
I vote.
Okay, no, let's go.
I vote option. Don't know.
Oh, you won't have long to wait. Here it comes.
I vote both.
It's locked from
Why
the
can't they
inside.
just say Loloid?
It's no good. It won't budge.
Because that's not how you say it.
What about Aaron?
Be able to enter the
Like
room.
that name too.
I'll give
You
it a
know,
try.
No, I
It's too
used to
dangerous to
pronounce
go alone.
Lloyd as Joyd.
Alright.
Joyd.
I'm the only one that can
Fair
fit
enough.
through there.
Okay.
Yoid, I'm down
Be
with that.
careful.
Yoid.
Yeah. Just it's all eyes now.
Joyd. Joyd Irving.
May
Oh,
Yamo
no.
Joyd
Yoid.
Banning.
Ah, no, the axe wielder that goes wahoo.
Wahoo.
No, sad wahoos.
Eh.
No!
Oh no,
No.
my axe! What?
No, I'm branch.
Okay, now this is deliberate. She's not even trying.
Oh,
Axe. Not even trying.
Wait, does that mean the axe?
Stay back!
Oh.
Don't come over here.
Okay,
Please,
it's okay,
hurry,
Lloyd.
go.
I got myself into a bit of a pickle. You see,
No,
I kind of made it so
Lloyd,
that my
you are a
axe will
kind
fit to that
person.
wall.
Oh, I thought the
If
axe
you
was
allow
making
your
a
kindness to
sacrifice.
interfere with your judgment, you're merely
I
weak.
sacrificed my axe and then deliberately pulled
You
myself
have
on that
something you
vine
must do.
so we can have
Please
another
do not
sacrifice
forget that.
scenario where you have
Please
to
go.
go to save
If you
save
don't,
your girlfriend.
I'll lose my
I
respect
mean
for
your
you.
best friend.
I'll be fine.
I swear
So
if everyone
please
just
hurry.
comes back later,
Sorry,
he is
Presea.
technically not dead.
leave me to
Like,
die
if
of
that
your
happens,
hurt,
yeah,
Lloyd.
Whatever
If
Bro,
that
grab
actually
the
happens, I'm gonna
you
be angry.
mustn't give up.
Okay,
Stand
this
and
has to be
fight.
deliberate.
I know you
We
can
didn't
do
even
it.
see how Presea. I don't know if I didn't see or it wasn't shown how Presea
Oh, it actually broke.
tied up like
Presea,
that.
I promise.
Shit.
I'll rescue Colette no matter what.
She just
And I'll
Worry,
make a world
and
she
then
where
still
like
has
that.
her
everyone can
squeaky
live
hammer.
freely.
Yeah, she has a backup just in case.
Squeaky.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I lost that bet.
Well,
You
there's
lost the
only
bet.
one. There's only one possible person left, so there's no bet.
This is gonna be a peak.
No, not
Hey.
Jesus.
Hey, I wonder
He
who
lives?
that is.
I wonder who will be sacrificed next.
Have a funny scenario.
Was just warming up.
Like, I think it's after they get out of the tree. Lloyd and Genus go to McDonald's, but the McDonald's is a trap.
Oh
How
no!
would it be a
Genus
trap?
gets
Oh no, he gets
He
trapped in the play palace.
Yeah, he gets stuck in the play palace, and
Oh, no.
Genus says his own thing, his own speech about friendship, and saving Colette and the other kind of crap. And then Lloyd cries as Genus is sacrificed and sinks in the ball pit.
I was thinking that too.
That's
Genus will die.
cruel. That's funny, but that's cruel.
You can do it, Lloyd. You can beat the Totino.
It's okay, Lloyd. I'm okay with this. I've got to actually see a game play stand. Or was that a
You're
Nintendo
gonna
64?
regret
I could go both.
I see, like, I can see the Nintendo 64 kiosk.
It's okay, Lloyd. You can do it.
No
You and Colette can beat the Arby's.
Oh, here we go.
No. Sad.
What chest?
Star
I got
Platinum. Are we constructing Star Platinum?
Or platinum Zawarudo.
Sawaru.
Star Platinum these nuts.
Oh,
I
really?
still.
You're gonna regret
I don't know why listening to the music, I thought I would make my own solution.
You should really make an acapella of you just doing string noises and doing remixes of video game songs.
I feel like someone could mod chest into this game. Yeah.
Can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
Jeez, don't get out of that
think
room! You'll help out
should
these
probably make a
ashes!
soundboard of furry noises. The only problem is that I don't know how to. I could make like a fucking furry scent.
Well, no, Jay. You
Like
see,
that?
that's impossible. Each churring noise is different.
Just wasn't
How
it.
could you catalog all of my shoe noises?
Okay, Sherry's
Like,
voice is like.
people
Is
on
like.
Twitter streams and seeing what streams have furry noises and pick up the ones that have different keys.
Sherry noises are always a good highlight of the streams, man.
It's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take those furry noises, I'm gonna create a synth with those furry noises, and then I'm gonna connect it to a MIDI, and I'm gonna have it play
Okay.
Megalovania.
I thought you were gonna take all of her.
That's too bad.
I thought you were gonna take all of her waist clips and make a Friday Night Funkin' mod out of it.
Nah, I will do that
Yeah.
if that's the case.
Actually,
But
that would be
saying,
too
if you want a
esoteric,
million
but it would
views
be
on your
funny.
channel, this is the easiest way. If you want a million views on your channel, this is the easiest way to do it.
Do.
$1 million idea.
I don't.
Friday
I
night
don't
studio
know.
noises.
Friday night churring noises.
Another trap.
Wow.
coming towards
Here it
us.
is, genius.
Oh no!
Playful.
No, it's. Oh, now it is.
Run away from the blueberry wall.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Well,
We are trapped forever.
Oh crap.
It's no good. There's one over here too.
No.
Attack it at the same time
You
and
don't
smash
say.
our way through.
Is that gonna
I don't
work?
think it's possible.
Dwarven vow number 16. You can do anything if you try. We're dead anyway if we fail.
I feel like I
Give it
heard
all
that
you've
from
got.
some anime.
That's just like you, Lloyd. Okay, let's do it.
Let's fight a wall.
On the count of 3.
Lloyd.
Are they really gonna
Seriously
fight a
gonna do
wall?
it.
Oh, nothing. I'm ready.
It's the only way to escape
Okay.
from the play palace.
Oh god, I
2,
think even Genius is in on this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now!
I thought they were gonna fight the wall.
Okay, but
See?
why?
Look,
It would be funny. You mean you can fight trees on a Mori?
No, I mean, why do you
The
stay
only
behind?
flaw was that you
There's-
didn't take into account my lack of
He wanted those
physical
Nintendo 64
reflexes.
kiosks.
Genus!
Genius, you son of a bitch.
Okay,
I
that's
messed up.
That's not lack of
You
physical
that to
reflexes.
get
That's
me
just
out.
being lazy.
Yeah.
so
I can't move.
Just went for like
You
half a
knew it would
minute.
end up like this. Why did you do it?
If you'd been
I
in
did
my
it for those
place, you'd have
Nintendo
done the same
64
thing.
kiosks,
You always
Lloyd.
jump in without
I wanted to play
thinking save
Pokemon
someone in
Snap
trouble.
one last time.
But it was that,
Like,
Lloyd, that I
There's
looked up
actually
to.
no reason he should have stayed behind.
I wanted to be like you.
Oh.
Like,
Now
there
hurry
was
up.
plenty of
before it's
time
too
to
late.
escape.
No way.
Yeah.
I can't leave you behind.
If
Man,
you
I'm
die,
too-
it's your fault.
I
I'm
said
too lazy to
come.
move an inch.
I'm not like you.
He's
I'm a
shaking, poor
When
kid.
it comes down to it, my
Oh my
body starts
God.
shaking. I don't want you to see me looking pathetic in the end.
Genus!
You're already pathetic.
I
This is
said
starting to
go.
get real. This is real.
You
This
fool!
is
You
starting
stay
to get
behind
real.
for that long is already pathetic. I'll say it if no one else will.
Sacrifices.
Sacrifices.
Sacrifice.
You wanted to say?
Yeah, what do you call this?
Guys, how
Everyone
could
sacrifice
you?
themselves. Like
I'll
everyone
be
sacrifice
right back
themselves.
really
Most
quick.
of
One moment.
I was thinking of
everyone
another
sacrifices.
thing. I was thinking of another thing with the shoe noises. Like Maui knows this. I was thinking like a Shuri cover of Fight or Flight, but the song is called Herp or Dirk.
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Also, all of these were sacrifices, half of which were pretty much useless.
No, I think these sacrifices were on purpose.
Except for Genus.
It's like they're pulling a flag.
It's like
But
I
at least Genus just sounds so real.
I don't know. The walls weren't moving.
Oh shit!
Like,
oh shit! News flash.
Yes.
Tony started playing Sakuna.
Who did?
who?
Crony.
Oh. I love
It's like
life.
just when I thought we hadn't had enough of this game, it comes back to us eventually. Well, at least in my case, because it showed up on my recommends.
Wait, did we finish Sakuna?
Yeah.
Yes.
We did.
Oh, what happened at the end?
We got copyright claims.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh. Really?
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
You could have been there. It was funny.
Okay, so now that we've sacrificed Genus to the gods of derpery, let's continue.
I'm scared.
They got
Like,
money and
no,
sacrifice. They got a lot of them.
I'm just alone. No one is there to hear his stupid jokes.
Remember, in Yggdrasil's lair, no one can hear you derp.
There's a cucumber.
I like to think that Yggdrasil had like a sign that said "No friends allowed."
Ah.
Somewhere,
This is gonna be a
somewhere a disembodied voice goes through Lloyd's ears. You shouldn't have eaten at Barty's, chump.
Barties.
Actually, it's kind of funny playing this. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream Tales of the Abyss and Legendia at some point.
I'm completely blind to it.
Hawk, your editing skills are great.
Abyss was a good
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Thank you.
I liked Abyss when it came out.
All my friends are dead.
All right.
Okay, Hawk, that's pretty fucking good. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, Hawk.
Thank you.
Oh my god, that is so wrong yet so right. Na, na,
La 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 la
I can't keep doing that.
Reinforcements.
That takes more effort. That takes more effort than you think it does.
Yay, Lloyd solos.
Oh man, this just makes it feel lonelier.
Yay, Lloyd solo run, let's fucking go.
Like I
What if
said,
someone-
just rely on your knowledge of JRPG tropes.
I have confidence that they're gonna come back.
The power of friendship from Shonen and stuff.
The power of friendship.
You're just trying to
and
say to apply
JRPG
JRPG knowledge
protagonism.
to reassure me that it's not working. I played several
The power of-
JRPGs where everyone dies.
Hey, I've done that too. Oh man, that crony art is nice.
Yeah.
Hey,
What?
please heal.
No.
Charlie horse.
I
Charlie
can't
horse.
believe Lloyd is dead.
Oh no, he got up.
I'm alive. But
I
how?
should have made a
Kratos'
Colette one
pendant.
if he had died there. I
He
should have made a
protected
Colette
me.
version.
Dad.
That's like Kratos' pendant saved him somehow.
The power of daddy issues.
The power of plot armor.
The power of daddy issues
Ooh,
compelled
nice
you.
sword.
Power.
What's this? Is it some
The
kind of
bullshit
trap?
main character powers.
What is this thing? Damn. There's no time to be worrying. I've got to rescue
I'll
Colette
grab
for
it.
everyone's sake.
Or just leave it
You're
there.
not gonna pick it up.
Oh damn, a sword.
Okay,
I gotta go.
Lloyd,
Okay,
Lloyd
everybody,
power.
major cutscene. Very
Major cutscene.
very major cutscene.
The major is the cutscenes.
It is
Here we
finally
go.
time,
The minor.
my sister. This body has the closest match to your mana signature. I've failed many times in the past, but this time I swear I'll make it work.
The mana charge is complete, my lord.
Good. Do it.
Let her go!
Keep behind that motherfucker.
How did you get in here? The lock to this room
Ah,
can
simple.
only be opened by
Everyone else just
Crucius by
died.
order.
None of your business.
I don't even know
What
either.
matters is that your selfish dream ends here.
A futile effort.
Slap. Oh.
There they are.
You guys knew
Oh.
it. You guys knew
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah. Don't worry,
don't
Lloyd.
know.
It was
Yeah.
just a prank. It was
You
just a
okay?
prank, bro.
Oh, and Sheena's
I
back in her
told you I
clothes.
wouldn't miss the main event.
Yeah. She
How
changed
should
again.
the actual fuck?
Maybe the plant thing that grabbed her helped her.
I can
Okay, no,
still
seriously,
fight.
what the fuck is
As
that?
long as
How
I can
this
feel
should be
it,
dead?
I will stay by your side.
Maui, you
Pretty
knew
good,
that they
huh?
were gonna be alive eventually. It's not
Everyone.
even the end of the
I
game.
know.
Alright, let's take him on
I know, but
Okay,
it makes
but
no fucking
how did you
sense.
all
Sure,
get ahead
sure.
of me?
I mean, Maui, you're not even playing the game. There's no reason to be salty about this.
Onima, it is your fault they are
I'm
still
still here,
alive.
so there's a
Kill
reason.
them.
Yes, sir.
Wait, why are we
I'm gonna be
salty at first?
playing this soon.
So we're fighting Purnima again. Yay!
Yay.
Yeah,
The last time
Yay,
he fought,
she's
the
gonna
last
drop
time he
to us.
fought her, we just made a bunch of jokes about her attack. I
Fake out
forgot
death
which,
can
and I forgot which one of the attacks I made up for her were.
fake out death can work if used well. This is not how you use them well.
Psycho Crusher.
I shall expel you of your flaws.
Oh, they changed it. They're using different battle music. Interesting. Okay. They had different battle music for this fight in the GameCube version.
Which one was
And
better?
it slaps.
Probably this one because it's more epic. Before this, they just kind of used the standard major boss music.
There's no way.
Ready?
Tiger blade. Right.
I'm just gonna make up new attacks for her since I don't remember.
Leoderpia.
Devastation.
There.
Dillo and help is on the way. Come get some.
You know, So, when I was a little shoot,
Kill
I
the
used
mic.
to be relatively involved in the Tales of Symphonia board on Game FAQs, and one of the jokes they made about our attacks was just calling it mayonnaisium.
Oh, that was the joke. I think that was the name where I was keep making fun of her.
Peanut butter spread!
Peanut butter spreadnasium.
Peanut butter and jelly with a baseball bat!
Oh dear.
It's peanut butter jelly timeism.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Here we go. Shredded wave. Supersonic thrust. Endless infliction.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Is their unison attack fucked up? Oh well, I don't care enough.
Chocolate rain!
I think it's
Oh wow, that is. Oh wow, that is pretty art.
Some stay dry and others feel the pain.
Prism sword.
Prism
Yeah, she
project!
has access to Prism Sword. Oh my god!
What? What happened?
Ready? Thanks.
All my friends are alive!
Mayonnaisium.
Oh wait, now I remember! Now I remember the joke attack I made up for her. I think I
You
made up
made
something
no
like
sense.
I think I made up something like milk of magnesia. She's dead now.
Bruh.
Logic Trestle.
Bruh.
It hurts.
So you know 6 seconds. Well, now was.
Itaya.
God.
Leg.
Oh my god, it's a goon.
It's a un. Just un.
No.
I've
Wait a
succeeded.
minute, is that supposed to be
Until
Martel?
Zack.
Yep, that was Martel.
Logic Trestle.
Oh.
Yes, please.
No.
Yes, I have
Deny.
resurrected my
Can
waifu.
call me by that name. Get out of my sight.
Is he?
Man, bitch
He
slap.
just slapped her to
He
death.
Did you
Slap.
just slap her in the ass?
So cruel.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ. The almighty bitch slap that works like a final slap.
Oh, this
Delete.
part's amazing. Just watch.
Hmm.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was Colette.
Dear sister,
Let there be Colette.
you finally come
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to me.
we know.
No. Colette! It can't be true.
Mythos. What have you
I mean, they do
done?
look a bit similar.
Martel? Oh, you mean my body? I hasten my growth to have an appearance befitting the leader of Crucius. Wait just a moment. I'll switch back to my old form.
No, Mythos. Not that. I've been watching all this time. Unable to move. Unable to do anything. I watched all those foolish things you've done. Have you forgotten everything? We stopped the ancient war because we dreamt of a world where humans, elves, and those in between could live in harmony.
What are you saying? This after all the trouble I went to prepare a new body for you? I see. You don't like that one, do you?
Mythos, please, listen to me. What you have done is wrong. It is not what we strived for.
Wrong?
Well, she have a normal voice, but she
Rejecting
doesn't.
me?
No, I want you to remember. Please stop this and become your old self again.
Martel? Even you reject me? No.
No.
Martel would never say something like that.
Yeah, he's delusional.
Yep, he's losing it.
Some punt,
He already lost
some
it.
punt this kid.
Especially off his rocker.
Do you hear me?
Someone actually punt this kid.
He's not even a kid.
He's morbing.
It's Mormon time.
It's me-focusing time.
Yo, Dad.
Hello.
Kratos, you betray me again?
I do not mean to betray you. I am full of regret. Regret that I could not stop you.
Kratos, I knew you'd come back to us.
That's right, Lloyd.
Because of
he
course.
saved us from the impossible situations we were in.
Kratos
that
saved
explains
each
it.
of them.
But then how did they get ahead of Lloyd?
So,
I wish
so
to atone
okay,
for my
let's
sins
think
alongside
about
you.
this. Like,
No. You can unpack everything once the major cutscene is over.
Okay, I'll hold my questions then.
You already
Why
have
me
your
those?
sisters back.
This is my final wish. Please, return this twisted world back to its original form.
I'm sorry, Martel, but he's not going to do that.
Don't go! If things are going to end up like this, perhaps the elves should never have left Darris Carlon. If they hadn't, people like us would never have been born.
Pop.
And she's gone.
No, she's not gone. She's back as the Eternal Seed.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
So that was it.
Can smoke on him.
Okay, Mythos is starting to freak me out.
For all that, just the for all of that, just for Martel to stop her. Stop it.
And return to Darris Carlon.
Stop it.
Yes, of course.
Okay?
That world is the homeland
Okay.
of all elven blood. Mythos? Yes, dearest sister. Let's forget these filthy creatures and return home together.
I don't think you want. Is your listening comprehension skills off the chart?
Apparently so.
He's partially deaf, probably.
Everyone, we have to stop Mythos. Martel is calling to me. Martel wants us to stop him.
Shut up! Martel would never say something like that.
She literally just did.
Miserable failure.
She did say it. She was crying. She said, please, don't make everyone suffer any longer.
Well, they can't suffer if they're dead.
Lloyd,
Pro gamer move.
If we lose the Great Seed, we'll betray everyone's hopes.
And we of
Not
Mizuho
sure if
won't
it's the
stand
right
either.
word.
Without it, the giant tree will not germinate.
I just
that
realized
man, the
Sheena's
land will
back in her
die.
other outfit.
If your goal
You notice that right
is
now?
the world, then
Yeah, Kratos, suit it up for me.
We're gonna stop Mythos with everything we got. Let's go!
Ikuze.
I won't let you interfere.
I will kill you all!
Would you like a side of fries with that too?
Now, all I ask is that you just let me listen to this battle feed for 3 minutes and then we can talk, because this is one of my favorite themes in this entire game.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Ah, too bad. I guess I won't be able to watch all of this.
Why can you not accept the ideal world that I have envisioned?
How can your world be ideal when you have killed countless innocent people?
Human, don't tell me what's right and wrong.
De better.
Oh, I
We're
love
fighting
this
against
game
Victor
so much.
I can tell.
Perish. That's all.
Don't like that, huh? Twin Tiger Blade!
Here, want to charge?
You want to know what this?
Has
You want to know what this track is called? It can waver and fight.
That's all. Death Eater.
That's the name.
Yeah, that's a name.
Here!
Death Eater.
Also, one thing I noticed, I think I probably forgot,
That's all.
but this game has mystic arts, right?
Yeah, but they are very hard to trigger, like stupendously hard.
Jesus.
Yes, they exist. Good luck triggering them.
No way.
Also, I think my PC just froze. Okay, I see my mouse.
Twin tiger blade.
Ah, it's not
I
letting
can
me
see why you. I can see why you like this theme. Like I kind of have the same. I have the same feeling when fighting the magician from House of the Dead. This battle theme is iconic.
Oh, he has new attacks in this version.
Narcissist laser.
You could have seen.
I like that it's called Yggdrasil laser, so I'm just calling it Narcissist laser.
It's going to be over soon, though. I'm kicking his ass. Although
So,
he is giving me a fair fight, though.
So the question I was gonna ask
Oh,
while you're kicking,
wait! You're kidding me! He has this?
What?
What?
Bruh.
He has time stop.
He pulled a young Xehanort.
He pulled a Dio.
He didn't have time stop in the GameCube version. He upgraded his AI.
So he pulled this. So he did a stopza.
He upgraded his AI. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh boy.
That was not his sled.
So the question I was gonna ask, like, if he
Shadow
had never
Shadow
chosen
He has indignation. He has indignation.
He normally
Are you
doesn't.
for
He
real right now?
normally doesn't pull that out of his ass until the final battle, but they gave it to him earlier, it seems.
Holy Lance. You
Holy Lance.
Oh shit.
La la la. So okay.
Dude, oh shit, you survived that.
Somehow.
So
You're so close.
let me see if I can understand this. So if we had never chosen Kratos and instead chosen Zelos, would all our party members? Well, they're not going to be dead, but
No, they would still live. It's just that Zelos would have saved them instead. Okay, everyone's alive.
okay. Just wanted to.
Machina.
Just thought I'd get a confirmation.
Oh, I have to say goodbye to this battle theme. Bye.
Don't worry, sure, you'll be able to listen to it on YouTube.
Why did they even use to fake out dead that many times?
No, wait.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, it gets better.
I'm going home. I'm going home with my sister.
I'll be back. He'll be back.
He'll be back.
It's over.
No, it's not. The worlds are still split. The giant tree has still not yet germinated. You must release Origin.
Do you know what that means? You might die.
I tried to run from everything. I still need to pay for my past sins. For the sake of releasing Origin's seal, as well as for the sake of settling my past. Lloyd, you must defeat me.
You think I'm just gonna go along with that?
I'll be waiting for you before the seal.
I think I know what he means.
Let's head back first, okay?
Is that the first thing he saved? He says after being saved.
But yeah, you can see why I love that theme so much. Isn't it awesome?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. What? Wait, this thing with
the theme.
Mythos and Martel?
No, the theme, the battle theme.
Where you
Yeah,
fight
the battle theme slaps.
There's one more version of it called Final Destination, but that's saved for the final boss fight of this game. That one's okay, but I like that. But I like it can waver and fight better.
But no matter what I do, he won't come back unless I start a new game.
Because everyone comes back when you
Forget
start
him.
the universe when you reset the universe.
Oh,
Sure
I've already forgotten about Zelos.
Wait,
Bruh.
for real? What?
You see, you may not have forgotten, but the game remembers.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
he may have forgotten, but
liked
Boy sure isn't.
Zelos. I never liked Zelos that much. I mean, I've done some research into his story. His story does suck. Like, basically, from what vague data I can remember, essentially what happens is that some shit went down with the royal family and Zelos' mother, and she was killed in the snow. Zelos was made an orphan, and he kind of stayed an orphan for a while until he became the Chosen, and then people started liking him again, except he got involved now in a bunch of political bullshit, and it kind of soured his view on people.
Alright, I must ask, why the hell did you thought that pulling so many fake out deaths in a row was a good idea?
Well, the people who wrote this game.
Wait, we say royal family. Did he inherit the whole chosen thing?
No, Zelos was originally going to be the Chosen. I don't remember that much. You would have to look at the Acelia wiki, but I do know most of Zelos' trauma relates to his mother.
But yeah, the ones who wrote this game not know about diminishing returns.
I remember bringing up a philosophical question with Shuri, like, if we were to restart a game after playing it, would the characters we play as be able to remember everything that happened?
I don't think so, because they're just data. They're just data. Like the world
You never know. There
The
could
world
be like,
is just created based off of a set of instructions.
you never know. There could be like some sort of secret, vast world that we don't know about.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Well, that's going into the multiple worlds theory, where it's like what
That would
happens
just be Wreck-It
what
Ralph.
happens to the worlds of unfinished games.
That's just fucking Wreck-It Ralph.
That's an interesting theory. I don't
Is anyone even
normally
hearing
think
me?
about it.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's like the way I kind of think of it is just that it goes normally. Also, you may have noticed I'm on Discord mobile now. I think my PC screen froze when I try to like get out of. I clicked on. I think. What? Why are you laughing?
Rest in Zelos.
Moe, I heard what you said about your Wreck-It Ralph comment.
Yeah, because it seems that no one else did.
But I mean, like.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. I heard it. I understand it.
Actually, to be fair, I've never seen Wreck-It Ralph.
I've never seen it
I
either.
have. I have seen it like 3 times actually.
If anyone's gonna see it, don't bother to watch the sequel. It's bad.
By the way, we are very close. We are very
Ralph.
close to the end of the story right now. We have like a dungeon left before the final one.
And then you have to fight Kratos.
No. This isn't the final dungeon yet. This is the next to last final.
I thought that was the final dungeon.
It's the penultimate dungeon.
No.
After the penultimate. You know what I mean?
Say that
What
5
about
times
the
fast.
penultimate dungeon?
That was what we were just doing.
I was trying to say penultimate. I'm trying to say penultimate.
Penelope.
Penultimate.
Thank you,
Pringle
penultimate.
Pop. Yes, it's Pringle Pop.
after the penultimate battle is the final ultimate battle. I don't know why I can't say penultimate.
Arise, suffering a penultimatum.
Cinderace raid is back on again, by the way.
Nice.
Wanna know a funny thing though?
What?
Mouse Hold with a fairy terror type will be the next raid for tomorrow.
Pay attention to this. This is important. He has Miphos' Crucius Crystal.
Oh.
Pay attention to this. This is going to be important. Like Mickey says, it's a special tool that will help us later.
Wait, didn't he say
sure is damn straight.
It's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
Pretty much. Anyway, that's all
No, I can't do it.
That's all I wanted to say. Just keep that thought in your mind for later.
All right.
As I was gonna say, the next terror raid for tomorrow will be a mouse hold with a fairy terror type, and there's just something really funny about a family of mice on Friday the 13th. The mice family.
They're coming to your house.
The mice family that bring bad luck.
So the flow of the rest of this game is going to work a little differently. So in order to do every side quest this game has, you have to sort of go to the final dungeon and stop there. So we're gonna go up to the final battle and then finish all the side quests.
Okay.
Side quest is pending.
Yeah, because basically, in order to unlock all the side quests in this game, you need a trigger called the Darius Emblem. It'll make sense when we get it. Anyway, go on. I just wanted to explain how the flow of this would go from now until the end. So I guess while we're having this heart-to-heart moment with our party members, what have you thought of this game so far?
Looks nice, the story is bullshit.
If I have...
Oh, come on, there have been way more bullshit stories than this.
Doesn't mean that it's not bullshit.
Like...
I mean, this game is a GameCube classic for a reason.
I never got to play this,
but
I got to see people like... I got to see all the fan arts and stuff. So I was like... I was always a bit curious in the back of my head, so it's kind of nice seeing this.
Like... I'm gonna be honest. I kind of... It's like a lot of people say that this is their first RPG, and a lot of people say that this is one of the best RPGs they ever played. And a lot of people held this game in high regard, not only for the Tales of series, but in JRPGs as a whole. And after seeing this story, like as well as the characters in the land firsthand, knowing I have been completely blind to this game up until that point, I can confirm with absolute certainty, yeah, this game slaps.
I mean, this game was my very first RPG. Before that, I kind of had played just generic ones, but this was the first game that kind of taught me the gray lines between white and black.
I guess I'm the pessimistic of the group.
It's like, here's the thing. I think this game's story has surpassed my expectations way beyond I didn't even think that at some parts of the story will go down that specific route and the way things gone. It's like way earlier, I thought that the game's story was just like straightforward. But since this is a Tales game, there are gonna be some twists, turns, and some epic plot twists that are going to be brought into, especially late in the story. But this game had a lot of It's like it kind of shows you that things are not always what are on the surface. Things are just not what always. They're not. It's like they're not always what they seem to be.
Don't forget that Kratos was your ninth companion. Huh, in a way, I guess he kinda was.
Yeah, I'm definitely listening to
Well,
at this point.
even though he was one of the first.
Anyway, so I'll be right back really quick, then we'll do this dungeon.
Okay.
Alright.
It's like, yeah, it kind of makes me more excited that I'm gonna have to check out this game, like eventually.
I see your dinosaur book, and I raise you this.
Wait, what did you raise?
All my friends have 4
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah,
All my
since we
friends
had
have 40 years.
Yeah, since we had Randy and Grucci has 40 years.
I mean, I technically have 4 ears too.
Oh my
You
god.
just don't see my other ears because my hair is so fluffy.
I have 4 ears too.
No, you don't.
You're just so skillfully hidden.
Okay, let's suppose you have 4 ears. Why would you have two? Why would you hide 2 of them?
So I could hear better.
I asked you, yay.
That's a secret.
And I'm gonna say,
Bruh.
Maui, if you think that this game's story is bullshit, you've seen nothing yet. Just wait until we get to see no saga.
Oh, I've seen stuff. I've seen Fire Emblem Fates.
Xeno Saga is a unique blend of bullshit. Panda, you know what I'm talking about.
History. It's a complete utter
I've never played
clusterfuck.
Xenosaga, but I made an attempt to get through Xenogears, and I gave up about maybe a quarter of the way.
You have not seen Fire Emblem Fates. 3 different stories, all of them suck.
Oh, no. Xenogears is special. Trust me.
Xenogears is a unique blend of clusterfuck.
What is
It's a
that?
big competition to see which story is the worst.
We'll be following this thing
Oh,
in the
it's
forest.
slushy material. Aw, it's slushy material.
It's a Pokemon.
It's a Poldean Centret.
And a Southern
Ignition.
Flora.
I kind of. Oh no, we should get through this part then. One of the best cutscenes ever happens after this dungeon. Also, Panda, I love your Reddit. All my friends have 4 years.
That's it occurred to me when replaying New Vegas at one point, and there's that all my friends have off switches quest. I'm like, all of Caban's friends have 4 ears.
50% output.
That's fun. But no, before we even get the Xeno Saga, since I set it up earlier, after this game is Banjo-Kazooie. Besides, Banjo-Kazooie will be short enough anyway, it's not long.
Unless you go for 100%.
I'll be going for 100%. Trust me, honey. Even then, it's not long.
Are you even going to find?
Well,
are you even going to find the mystical eggs?
That's when we get the Banjo Tooie. Those don't unlock on the Xbox version until you play Tooie.
you're just going for the completionist route. Eat that, Gerard the completionist.
I've 100% Banjo Kazooie before. It's not that hard. You want a harder game? Banjo Tooie. Now that takes
I was gonna say Crash Bandicoot.
I'll do it. I'll actually set the second game.
And also, honey, which reminds me, honey, I still gotta play Black Rock Shooter one of these days so I can keep my end of the game.
Oh.
Yes,
wait,
the first
just
in our
remembered.
one Kecular one-off stream.
I've gotta do that so I can keep
I just
my end of the
remembered
game.
something. I just remember one game that is kind of a nightmare to try to complete 100%. Trails of Cold Steel. You see, the game's completion bonus is kind of straightforward until you realize that the character notes. You have to talk to certain NPCs and select parts of the story, and after you talk to them, you get a character note. Your job there is to get like all 3 or 4 character notes before the game ends, and if you miss one character note, oh, tough shit. They're missable. So if you miss one, then yeah, you're kind of screwed, and you need that to complete 100%.
I read that at the bottom.
What are we fighting?
Just as I expected.
God. What the hell were those?
Those are Dryads. We're going to be fighting them as long as we're here.
Well, better get used to them voices. Wait a minute. I think I've probably seen this dungeon before. Isn't there the one where it has branching paths, and if you choose the wrong one, you go back to the beginning?
Yes, but I have a special tool and memory that will avoid that bullshit.
I think I've seen this before in another Tales game, but spoilers.
Yeah, it was called Super Mario Brothers, and it was that BS Final Castle level.
That too.
Okay, never the fuck mind.
I think I just remembered. I think I should have maintenance on my PC soon. It's
Yeah,
starting to get really slow.
What I do is every year when I upgrade my PC, I also reformat it just so that I can keep the file system fresh. People have told me that's a stupid idea, but I swear by it.
There's no reason that's stupid. As long as you got backups, then, you know.
How many backups?
I kind of don't want to risk it.
All of my important files are kept on separate hard drives from the OS, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's like I kind of don't want to risk it. I do have like a pen drive that I have 2 of them actually, and I need to save it in like in the rare case that, oh shit, my PC's about to die soon. It's not working. I need to back up all of my files before it inevitably kills itself.
When I'm done with this stream, I'll show you a picture of this PC that contains every drive I have. I have a fair bit.
Wow.
It's okay. You don't really have to.
Deadly destruction.
I also have a NAS that I maintain separately.
Do not bother us.
I'm a gunner.
A NAS, for people who aren't familiar, is Network Attached Storage, and it's essentially a glorified file server you keep somewhere off of a network where you can store shit.
Yep. I made one out of the many old PCs that I have.
Did you make a PC out of this slug?
No, you can't. That would be a very really PC. Although it is kind of funny. There have been experiments where scientists have attempted to store data on a cell.
Time to fly.
Time to fly.
There's of Symphoderp, Time to Fly.
I wanna fly high.
The highest of all.
Oh yeah, I just remembered something that I never brought up earlier. Do you sometimes wonder if Final Fantasy fans and Tales fans go at each other's throats sometimes?
No, they're two
Yeah.
completely different types of games. That's pointless. I mean, they're as different as North America and South America.
You say that, but then there have been arguments between Star Trek and Star Wars fans.
Yeah, but
Well,
in
those
this-
are a little bit closer together in terms of both being sci-fi action franchises.
But
They're the kinds of things.
But the Tales of Final Fantasy games are both fantasy games.
Are those
Yeah,
bell
but
peppers?
Fantasy games is a pretty broad genre, though.
Yeah, JRPGs in general are broad. It's like Final
NetHack is a fantasy game, but it looks nothing like this.
Final Fantasy is more generic, like by generic I mean what you would normally expect from a JRPG, and the farther away from Final Fantasy you go, the more specialized you get. So, you know how the Shin Megami Tensei games and Persona games follow a certain thing, but yet you don't think that Final Fantasy and Persona fans fight because it's obvious they're two completely different types of
Well,
things.
yeah. Well, yeah, Persona is completely different from Final Fantasy.
Exactly, and this is different from Final Fantasy too.
I just like to imagine, like, if two nerds at like a Comic-Con were being like, Cloud Strife is a bitch, Lloyd is the Chad. Lloyd is a bitch, Cloud Strife is a Chad.
No, honey.
Neither of them are terribly Chadly, I'm sorry.
Remember the Setsubo episode
Yeah.
from yesterday, honey?
Yeah.
That's the fight that everyone ends up losing.
This is gonna be a
Ay, ay, ay.
I like your explanation about it the best.
Shield barrier. Bye-bye.
Because there are no winners.
Yeah, it's like that episode said, there are no winners there.
Only people that make themselves look stupid.
A strange game. The only way to win is not to play.
I forget what movie that's from. War Games?
War games, yeah.
Do not think ill of us.
Ah, yes, this dragon. So this dragon is a set of two in this game, except this dragon you can farm for experience. Of course, I don't care enough, so we'll fight it once and move on.
Bye-bye. Are you okay? Time to fly. Do a blade. Tiger blade. Found your I'm a goner.
That
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Now I'm a movie.
I'm a painting. Luigi, what's called up?
What an abnormal
Oh God!
size specimen.
That looks like a Digimon.
Ray! Endless
I mean,
infliction.
this game was published by Bandai Namco.
Get ready.
I am I'm a Dragonmon.
Now I'm Deadmon.
Deadmon is the winnermon.
Here we go, I am Digimon.
I still remember that freaking Angela Anaconda short.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Some of you may or may not know about this, but
I've
when the
heard of
Digimon
it.
Deadly destruction. Endless infliction. Healing circle.
So I want to explain it anyway.
No way.
So when the Digimon movie first aired here, before the movie started, there was a short that involved freaking Angela Anaconda, where she and her friends were going to see the Digimon movie in universe. I don't remember the rest of it, but I do remember Angela becoming giant and calling herself Angelamon, but she dresses up as Tai. That's all I can remember. The other things I also remember. What the fuck is that?
Size specimen.
A carnivorous plant.
Ready?
That does not look like a plant. It looks like a bird with a scrotum for a chin.
Infinite destruction.
You picked the wrong guy to mess with.
To finish my explanation, I think that short allegedly caused parents to divorce each other.
Why?
Well, I mean, from what I remember, their relationship was already rocky, and then the dad and mom took their kid to see the Digimon movie, and the kid was expecting to see like cool digital monsters fighting each other, but instead got like Angela Anaconda first, and the kid was crying like, "Well, this isn't my Digimon," and the parents ended up having an argument with each other to the point that they ended up getting divorced. Once again, alleged information. It's just funny to think about that Angela Anaconda is responsible for breaking a family apart.
50% output. It should be sufficient.
Time to fly. Infinite time.
Right.
Time to fly. Go. Ring. Bye-bye.
Tiger blade.
Ready? Acuteness.
Like that.
Bye-bye. Go.
Cuteness! You are now all cute.
Tiger blade.
Hey!
That was
Yeah.
just warming up.
The jet plane.
Yay!
Exactly.
I'm yeeing on the
Also,
jet
they good
plane.
music.
Don't know when I'll be yeeted again.
You're gonna regret this. Time to fly.
Are you okay?
Devastation.
You know that plant monster with Bill Peppers are? It's Scovillain.
Tiger blade.
Infliction
It's a
time
Pokemon
to
with
fly.
2 heads and its type is grass and fire.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
How was that?
I'm a goner. Go. Devastation.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I just had another mic muted thing.
Yep.
I
Okay.
just heard
JJ.
some noise and I went up to check.
I was just quiet.
I was just explaining how
it was just my grandma.
Angela Anaconda allegedly broke a family apart.
Bruh.
I just remembered something cursed that I kind of made up.
What is it?
My name is Angela. Hey, hello. I just met your parents get up the phone.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
It's like I said it the first time, and I started laughing immediately afterwards, but the mic was muted. I thought my $1,000,000 joke when no, it's not $1,000,000 joke. I thought my stupid joke went ignored. It was just that I forgot to turn on my mic again. Next thing you know, one of my devices is gonna turn off because I forgot to charge it.
Yep.
But yeah, I heard the entire Angela Anaconda and Digimon thing.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. Me too, after hearing that story.
Kill them. Kill that priest. You got someone the Lorax.
The Lorax is the secret boss of this game.
Yes.
I speak for the bees.
I speak for the bees.
Do not think ill of us.
You still not
I
think
feel like
ill of
that's
us.
about to become a meme eventually.
Isn't it already?
Warlock Guard.
Oh look, it's Warlock Guard. Now you can be like Charlie Sheen. No one got that joke? I'm sad.
Nope. I'm not. I don't know who Charlie.
I do not
I
know.
do. I
keep
do.
forgetting who
I
Charlie
know
Sheen
who
is.
Charlie Sheen is, but I don't remember why he's famous.
He
I
said he
know who
had
Charlie.
Warlock blood, remember? No, wait, no, wait. He
Charlie
said he
Sheen,
had...
Ben
Warlock.
Vereen, shrink to the size of a lima bean.
No,
Charlie
that's
Sheen,
not
the Lima
right.
Bean.
He was... No, that's right. He called himself a warlock, and he said he had tiger blood. That was the joke.
I don't get it.
I don't
I didn't-
get it.
I didn't watch enough Two and a Half Men to remember that.
No, that
Okay,
wasn't
that's-
2.5 Men. That was in real life. Charlie Sheen went through a period where he went nuts.
Isn't that every
Like
celebrity?
nuts
But
in
with
the nuts in, as in he was unhinged.
Yes. Let me just put it this way. He had his Kanye moment.
So what you're saying?
Oh
what
my
you're saying,
god!
What you're saying is that Charlie was a lot more sheener, and the grass is always greener.
Oh
The
my
grass
God.
is always
Philadelphia.
sheener at the other side of the fence.
I'll say it's
True.
always sunny in Philadelphia.
I like that show a lot.
Also, you thought I just remembered something. If you thought Charlie Sheen was unhinged, wait till you hear of one man by the name of Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Oh hey, that
Oh,
rhymes.
by the way, hey, I forgot to tell you, that Saudi thing is fake.
I know. I just found out about it. I think when I saw the news, I just went like, for fuck's sake! I just yelled that out. Because it's like false information when it gets out, when it makes enough of a buzz, it can be dangerous.
It was just like with the jelly beans, but that's beating a dead horse by now.
It's like, okay, I won't go over
Okay,
what
guys,
happened, the whole
cutscene.
Saudi thing.
Magic cutscene.
Oh,
Is there
He's
no
right
oh,
behind
here
a-
we go. Here we
he's right
go.
behind a
Are
great
you
Here we
still
go.
thinking like that? You'll die if you fight me with any doubt left in your heart. If you want the pact with Origin, then you must defeat me. So,
Why?
That's your way. Everyone, leave this to me.
You're going to fight alone.
Why we must be
It's
fighting
your
at
wish
this
to
point?
settle things with your past. Then it's my duty as your son to see it through. Get ready!
Good luck, Lloyd.
This
Ooh,
music though.
I like this battle theme.
1v1. He very much was like 1v1 Miss Crop.
There!
Fierce Demon Fang.
Look,
Demon Fang.
son beats up his dad.
Blade. Fierce
Oh,
Demon
no, this is what we call a father-son bonding.
Fang.
There!
Lightning Blade.
Vegeta and Trunks agree.
Tiger Blade!
Yeah, they're having a bonding moment. See, they're beating each other up.
Blade. Super Lightning Blade.
Wait a minute. Is that?
Pretty good.
Lightning
My son?
Blade. Super
No,
Lightning
not the
Blade.
sun, the sword.
Tiger Blade!
That's Flomberg, yes, fine.
No way!
Lightning Blade.
That's one of Lloyd's signature weapons.
Tiger Blade!
It's funny that you mentioned that,
Great.
but I'll thank you to keep your mouth shut until the moment
Double
it
Demon
pops up.
Fang. Lightning Blade.
No,
Fierce
it's
Demon
like
Fang.
Lloyd wields this in every other game.
Take
That's not this one.
Thunderblade.
That is amazing.
It's like whenever he shows up in a different game, he wields those swords.
That is
Well,
a
one of them.
major spoiler, but yes,
Okay.
it'll pop up
Demon
soon.
Fang.
It
Super
might even pop up today.
It's over.
But you just beat him so quickly.
You've grown strong.
Is he
Thanks
gonna
to
die?
you.
Aren't you
No.
going to finish me?
I've defeated Kratos the Angel, the one who betrayed us.
Tales of
But
Symphonia,
I
the game where
forgive
no one
Kratos,
dies.
the hero of the ancient war, who helped us. That's all.
And I thought I'd finally earned the right to die. But you're as soft-hearted
Yeah,
as
no one has
ever.
a brain in this game, it seems.
Hold on. You can't be... Are you going to break the seal?
That is what you desire, is it not?
But then you'll...
Oh shit.
Kratos!
Wow.
Okay, where'd you come from?
Wow.
Don't worry, he's alive. I gave him some of my mana.
Dad! Kratos! Are you really okay?
Looks like I failed to die once more.
Just
That's
do
perfect
this.
success.
Allow me to die.
Anytime, but when you die, that's the end.
You want him to live in eternal damnation?
Who said anything like that? What will you accomplish by dying? Nothing. There is no meaning in dying.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right.
You're
You
right.
have my son.
What?
You're right. You're right. No, they're not
Yeah,
your
right.
words.
I
You're
can't
right.
die.
You're right.
Teach me. such
You're right.
marvelous
No one is
lesson.
actually dying ever.
Kratos!
Kratos will be fine. Form the pact with Origin.
Ah, my eyes.
What?
Looks like a Final Fantasy
Oh my
monster.
god.
I have lost faith in all things. Have you come here to disappoint me as well?
Origin, are you bound by a pact to Mythos?
My pact with Mythos was broken the moment I was freed. Never again shall anyone make use of my power.
Even if we make a vow, we need the Eternal Sword.
I want to use the Eternal Sword to reunite the two worlds and revive the giant Carlon tree. Unless we do something, the worlds will never stop vying for mana, and everyone will suffer.
That situation was born from the weakness of creatures who are unable to accept those that are different.
That may be true, but mistakes can be corrected.
Some things cannot be corrected.
Even so, we have to do everything we can.
Exactly. I'm not gonna give up. From the moment they are born, everyone has the right to live. I want to reclaim that. Humans, elves, half-elves, dwarves, and even summoned spirits. Everyone has a right to life.
Origin. For almost an eternity, I thought that the only way to save this world was to cling to Mythos' ideals. Just as you once agreed with Mythos' ideals, I too thought his was the only way. But Lloyd is different. He taught me that in order to change something, you must do it yourself. It is not enough to merely rely on someone else and go along with their ideals.
You who possess the right of summoning.
Say that to diapers.
Make your vow.
Origin, then
I will try once more to believe in people. I shall do my duty in order to create a
You're
world
saying
you speak
everyone
of.
has the right to shit.
A world in which everyone can live equally.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I don't want to laugh during
To
this
reclaim a scene. world in which
That was
everyone
funny.
can live freely. A world in which no life is sacrificed meaninglessly. That's all.
Then we shall create a pact upon that vow. Now fight.
Don't forget to hear that awesome music.
Okay.
Please, you can okay. Reply.
Oh, I don't
But
want
Lloyd-
you, Sheena. Fine. Stupid mandatory fucking cutscenes.
Kick ass, Sheena.
Pick ass and
All
pick names.
We must be merciless.
Ooh, we get to hear this again.
Alright, give this thing a try.
I love this, Fred.
there.
Wait, what, Fred?
Viral flare.
No one in the
No
world
one in the
is dead
world is
except Zello.
You ready?
What are you laughing at?
Audience row.
This is one of those moments where I am so thankful to have a community.
Yeah.
Ready? Acuteness.
Absolute.
He's the only one that was gifted this.
But what about the bad guys that we can kill?
They're not
They'll
important.
respond. They'll respond
Also, does anyone here think that Origin is a hunk?
But he has 4 arms.
Yes, but this guy is a hunk.
He looks like he looks like Gigamillish in the Final Fantasy universe.
He looks like Gex.
No, he doesn't.
No, no. Okay.
If Mana was here, she would say something like, Gex is the most strongest character in Final Fantasy. He would even solo Sephiroth.
And then she'll unironically say he'll unironically solo Kefka.
He'll solo Kefka.
You know the Sonic.exe laugh where it's like that's Kefka's laugh.
We know.
And surprisingly not everybody knows where that laugh exactly came from.
Okay,
I feel like at
guys.
this point most people do.
Okay,
Some people
guys.
have not
Several
played
important cutscenes are about to play in sequence. Please pay attention.
Like,
Okay.
I have never played Final Fantasy 6. I know exactly where that came from.
Sheena and Lloyd, I place my power in your hands.
I place my power in all 4 of your hands.
With that power, transform the Eternal Sword into a blade to save all life. However, The Eternal Sword remains, as by Mythos' pact, unusable by those who lack the blood of elves. You must master the sword by your own power, and forge a new bond with it.
Yeet.
Phew.
The final summon spirit. Well, not the final. There's one more, but he's optional.
Diamond. Just Diamond.
Diamond. She no learned summon Origin.
You did it, Lloyd!
You learn Diamond.
Oh, here it comes! Here it comes!
Here comes the
Remember,
sun.
remember that moment I told you that this is a special tool that will help us later? Ta-da!
What? What?
Oh dear.
There's no time. I'll
Oh.
take your body.
Waha!
Wait, what?
I'm gonna eat your body's now my property.
It's Mythos. He survived in the crucial
Chibi the Hobbit, your boy is my
Lloyd's
property.
body will be taken over unless we do something.
Lloyd!
Egg.
Huh?
Damn, you interfered! Fine, I'll just take this body.
Mythos, stop!
Kratos,
Every
you
time.
never really understood me.
I
Every
won't.
time you miss Colette.
Colette, wait!
Not your body, it's mine now.
What do I care? I'm leaving this filthy world behind.
Bye-bye.
His fans need him.
Here it
What is up with
comes!
Colette
It just
and
looks
always
silly.
getting kidnapped?
Here it comes!
His fans needed him.
Wait, what's happening to the tower?
Crumbling.
Kaboom.
What the shit?
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh man, do we have to pay money to help the town again?
The Tower
Nope.
of Salvation is collapsing.
It's Mythos. He sealed off the route to Darius Karlon.
Well, that tower isn't being safe anymore.
We'll evacuate the elves for now. The entire village will be destroyed unless we do something.
Oh. We have to get out. We have to evacuate everyone, even the elves.
Apparently, even the elves. You saved me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Thank you so much for making my game. Wait. One.
Okay, no, okay, I'm just gonna say it. How many fucking times has Colette been kidnapped throughout this game?
A lot?
Is she Princess Peach?
She's like this game's version of Princess Peach.
Yeah.
The most damseled character ever.
I'd say-
Exactly.
I wasn't keeping count, but I'd say about 4 or 5 times.
I'm gonna say five
That's
between
enough for one
5 and
goddamn
7.
game.
I'm gonna say between 5 and 7. It's like Jesus. I feel bad for people who like to play as Colette because they can't just get used to her. Just because when they got the hang of her, she just gets kidnapped again.
Run away!
Run.
Run!
Run, run, Roo. It's the end of the world. And you know it.
Help me!
Funk,
Smack.
help me!
Why if no one helps them?
Everyone got out? Whoa.
There goes tower. There goes Hawaii. There goes Hawaii.
Oh wait, it gets better. Guess what was powering the world?
Oh shit!
There is
Oh,
Carlon!
Oh, sugar honey iced tea.
There's Carlon was providing the mana for the whole world.
Sugar honey iced tea, huh? That's a new one.
It's
least
a
to me.
Madagascar reference, Pato.
No, Jay, it's sweet honey iced tea.
What is that?
No, it's sugar honey iced tea, and
there
if you
is
figure out the joke, then congratulations, you earned the cookie.
How could a planet exist
Insert.
so
And guess what?
Insert
The
two plants.
planets were touching each other the entire time. They were so close they
It's the
could
eternal
practically
sword that
kiss.
makes the impossible possible.
Insert two plants approach the roach limit here.
It was hidden by the protective barrier projected from the Tower of
This
Salvation.
located in the Forgotten
It
Land.
has always existed there.
I think they're well inside their roach limits. Yes.
You knew about he knew about this?
Yes.
Oh hi.
Tabitha?
With the great seed in hand, is trying to leave this land and take Darius Carlon with him.
Tabitha, you're feeling better?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Darius Carlon is a massive mana, and the Great Seed is the seed of the giant tree, right? If he takes both of them, what's gonna happen to this world?
It'll die.
It will wither and die from mana deprivation.
This is a much bigger problem than reuniting the worlds. Who cares? Our friend just got kidnapped. What should we do, Lloyd?
What else? We're going after Mythos.
But the Tower of Salvation was destroyed. Use the Eternal Sword. If you really made a pact with Origin, the sword will surely respond to you. With its power over time and space.
But Altessa is not well enough to move. Who's going to craft the Ring of the Pact?
Dad.
Dirk?
Yeah. He's our only hope. We'll go to Silverant.
Wait. I'm going with you.
All right.
Yep. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end game.
Ooh, the sky is all magenta. And it's still the happy flying music when both worlds are in chaos.
Well, keep
Make
in
sure not
mind,
to get hit
Darius,
by
keep
falling
in
around.
mind, Darius Carlon was fine before all this shit happened. It's just that Nephos is attempting to take his ball and go home.
No, it's my ball.
Or he's attempting to take his planet and go home. Whatever. Also, JJ, the part that you're mentioning, this is where it happens.
This a place.
So, you want me to forge the Ring of the Pact? A dwarf who's losing his skills by living on the surface?
There's no one else. The dwarf that has the skills is unable to move.
Dad, please.
I've gathered all of the necessary items.
This is adamantite for polishing. What's this piece of wood?
Is this sacred wood?
This must fuel the fire.
Is that why you were traveling all over Tetheala? To prepare all of this?
Back, what I missed.
So everything is set.
Jay, this is the part where it
You've
happens.
gone through so much trouble now, can I? And I suppose it won't hurt me to help out my dearest son.
Hey,
After all,
It's
I'm
really
his father
covered
too.
that.
Dwarven vow number 1. work together for the sake of a peaceful world. All right, let's do it.
With this, I'll be able to use the Eternal Sword, right?
Lloyd, I have a favor to ask.
What is it?
Leloy.
Would you allow me to join your journey once more?
Of course. I was hoping you'd say that.
Then use this. We'll stop Mythos together.
Okay.
That's a marvelous blade. I doubt you have a sword in your possession to match it.
Really?
Take this with you. It's a present I promised you. Now that you've grown all up, I can entrust you with the greatest sword I ever forged.
The strongest blade in
The
possession.
element blades.
I'll become even stronger with these two swords.
Ironically, they're weaker than the blades we have
Thanks,
right now.
And
Aww.
Kratos.
Acquired material blade.
Well then, let's be on our way. The final battle awaits.
Yeah. Everyone's waiting outside. Let's go, Kratos.
Be careful.
Let's kill.
Right.
Let's kill the whole.
Let's kill the whole.
Judgment.
Everyone?
That's a shame because those two swords look really cool.
Do you want to? Should we still use them either way, though?
I don't know.
No, they're suboptimal. They're suboptimal now. At this point in the game, we're going to need every bit of power I can squeeze out of them.
And we'll need to squeeze a lot of it.
We're gonna have to pull up more comps. Yeah.
But here, I'll show you. See, they're weaker. The only blades that are stronger than the ones we have now are the Devil's Arms once we unlock them.
So I'm guessing you can only unlock them after we get to the dungeon.
No, remember that guy that kicked our ass, Abyssian? He's the key to unlocking them, but I'm gonna wait until after we get the Darius emblem before I challenge him again.
Alright.
So, we're probably not gonna get through all of the final dungeon, but I'll try and get through as much as we can, and then I'll find a place to save and we'll continue. Okay, where the fuck is the Tower of Salvation? There should be an opening there. Oh, the tower's dead! Why are you not allowing me to fly over it? Oh, whatever.
Oh dear.
Like, I surely knew that by destroying the tower we'll have some very dire consequences.
We can go back, it's just going to be a royal pain.
Alright.
What's the sword?
The Master Sword.
It's the Eternal Sword, right?
Yep.
Na 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 na.
So what if they were two swords?
Okay, this invasive chest from Three Hopes.
Eternal Swordsman.
You can just check.
Lacarebas. Oh my
There's no way to upgrade those two blades.
And Zelos.
Huh. Okay then.
Darius Carlon.
This is one of my
So
favorites.
this is the final dungeon.
Yep, this is also one of my favorite themes. Not as much as it can waver and fight, but
Is that a... Oh.
Not much of a specimen. Ready?
Oh damn, this collapse.
Damn.
oh, I forgot to remove
Yep.
Sheena. I need to do that. Oh, well, as long as I guess you're an over limit, go ahead and summon Origin for us, will you?
Oh shit. Well, that is if she can live. Okay, yeah, she's gonna live.
Are you ready?
Oh shit, I just realized I think this is probably the first Mystic Arc someone has ever performed in this game.
No, I
And it's in
performed.
the final dungeon.
I performed 2 of them before. Sheena's arts technically count as mystic arts, but I don't count them since they're not true mystic arts.
Well, all of Sheena's summons are kind of Mystic Arts since they also show the cut-in.
Yeah, but they don't really count.
I like the arrows.
I think it's because she has a lot of summons.
I like the art. I like the arrows going into that treasure chest. Get treasure here.
The gift
This is
that,
gonna be a
that keeps on giving.
Piece of cake.
All my friends and cellos are dead.
So that's the weakness.
Well, yeah, this battle theme's pretty cool too. I don't really like it as much, but it does slap.
Ready? Thunder arrow!
No way!
Indeed.
Devastation! Deadly destruction!
I predict we'll be done with this game in 4 streams.
For
4 streams?
Maybe maybe 3 if things go according to plan.
3 means?
The extra
Yeah,
side
3 memes.
The extra side quests aren't going to be that easy.
Oh my god.
So after the main story, it's just gonna be Tales of side quests.
Right before we do the final boss, yes. There's not that many side quests left, though. Let's see. There's the Colosseum. There's Niflheim. There's Elysium. That's it, and a bunch of minor stuff in between.
Just as I expected.
But yeah, we're pretty much close to the end of the game. It won't be too long before we're starting Banjo-Kazooie.
Yep.
Where?
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 50% output, which should be sufficient.
I want to use Kratos, but he will require so much catching up that I don't think it's possible. I mean, I guess I could grind the shit out of him.
Ready? Thunder arrow!
No way!
He would require so much catch up.
Help is on the way. Healing circle!
I was just warming up.
Oh yeah, I should have put that diamond on him. I think it's a stamp boost. Yeah, it's a stamp boost.
Man, don't you guys let up?
Doomguard, Death, and Samuel.
As you can guess, I'm gonna be doing a lot of grinding pre-streams now. I'd like our characters to be level 80 in order to deal with what's to come. I don't know if I'll accomplish that, but I'd like it.
Level 80?
Yeah.
So do you have to be at that level if you want to get, if you, is that like the
We
optimal level to base
theoretically
main
do
focus?
it. We could theoretically do it at 70. Theoretically. I'm more worried about
Theoretically.
Abyssian. Abyssian's gonna suck.
I'm tired of this.
The only time I've ever beaten Abyssian is on a New Game Plus. That should tell you. Although, to be fair, the only time I beat the Sword Dancer fully was on a New Game Plus, so if I can beat him in one shot here, it stands to reason I can beat him this time as well.
You're gonna regret this. Dual punishment. Beast. So that's the weakness. Like that?
So, did y'all have fun with this game?
Yep.
It's a yep for me.
Did you have the most fun of fun?
I'm glad I was able to share this game
The
with you
fun is-
guys. It was a formative game for me. Although I wish I could have shown you a better version than this piece of shit.
Like the PS3 version?
The PS3 version isn't horrible, but in comparison, the GameCube's much better.
In comparison.
Yep.
Compare, contrast,
This is gonna be a piece
contaminate.
of cake.
Content. Go at work. Go at working.
Contamination.
Ready? First aid. Fireball. Ready? Ray. Twin. Tiger blade. Twin. Infliction. We won.
We won.
We won, yes, you are correct.
Oh, I saw this. I saw a meme made by Hawk.
Yep.
All of my friends are dead and Zelos. No, all of my friends and Zelos are dead.
Wait, are you okay? What has happened?
A cuteness. A cuteness angle.
Ready? Spiral flare.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
This is gonna be a P.
No way.
A P.
This is gonna be a P. Lloyd holds up the letter P.
No, I was thinking of a different kind of P.
Did you know that P is stored in the
It's stored in the
stored
balls.
in the eye? That's not what I was gonna say. Did you know that?
That's how the meme goes.
Let me explain. Did you know that pee is stored in the tear ducts?
Wait. So you telling me that I've been crying pee?
No, that's not how it works! I'm not spreading misinformation on this channel!
Do not cry, P.
You should have classified the first one. Pee is thorn in the balls.
No, it's stored
Sonic
in
the Hedgehog.
The balls are stored in the
tear
pee.
ducts. But yeah, I was just exaggerating.
You guys need to go back to biology class.
They'll make crying pee.
You know, there's an actual song named "Pee is Thorn in the Balls."
No.
Whoever wrote it also needs to go back to biology class then.
Pee is stored in the kidneys.
No, it's stored in the bladder. It's generated in the kidneys as your blood is being filtered and then stored in the bladder.
I am not being Professor Shuri. It is too late in the evening for this.
Professor Shuri's cute though.
You see, we here at Shuri Enterprises, we all suck at biology.
Except me! And Pata.
Also, help me, Professor Pata. Tell me why pee's thorn in the balls.
No.
That's the most resounding no I've ever heard from you. Also, no joke, there is a song made by Peace Thorn in the Balls made by none other than Daft Punk.
Well,
yeah,
that's good for them.
Good for them.
Good for them, I guess.
And yes, there's multiple edits.
You know what? It's fitting that we're discussing this while we're floating over a void of pure blackness. I feel this is appropriate.
You see, the dark miasma that's flowing over Darla's Khan is not exactly darkness.
It's stupidity.
Did you know that P was storing the ball?
I was afraid of this. The stupidity from Dearest Carlon is leaking and affecting all of you.
No, I just realized something. Darius Carlan rhymes with Darman.
Oh no!
Darius Darman.
Everything makes sense now.
That explains Felipe's stupid town. Dear God, help us all.
Kid cheats a biology class. What happened?
That's how destroying world for other sister. What happened?
What the fuck?
You know
Wait,
what?
I think I just discovered a subgenre.
What?
I think there's like multiple rips of Peace Thorn in the Balls made by different artists.
I thought we were over this.
It's time to get over it. Yeah.
I feel like I just found the subgenre, and I am not proud of it.
Here at Shushu Enterprises, we do not condone this. Shushu Enterprises is not responsible for this.
Symphoderp.
You're not responsible for the false biological information that is coming out of yours truly.
Derp is storing the balls.
As such, I will demand a pay cut.
Man, you know what? I would love to use that. I would love to use that as a title. Derp is stored in the balls. But that would get me lasered
Demonetized.
by YouTube so fucking quickly. It would make my head spin. So no.
Like, no,
And
you
it's
can't
the end.
That's a no-no word.
Just put
Okay.
a normal P, like the letter P.
All right, let me think of an
Okay.
alternative. Life is death is stored in the life.
No.
No, because no one dies.
Exactly. That's the ironic part.
This is gonna be a peep.
It's gonna be tough coming up. You could use like the other title, but that's for the supers. I mean, you're right. What other title can we come up with this? Other than the one we're using, other than the one we just said. Do we just say fuck it and just name it Shit Happens?
Wait, no, I got it. The title will be my friends. Lloyd's friends are not killed. The not being in parentheses.
So, what did we learn today?
We could just use this Discord from Star Wars and game a meme.
Anything.
No one's ever really gone.
We
learned that those two planets are extremely touchy-feely with each other.
I learned that Colette needs to stop getting kidnapped.
I've learned about.
You go ahead.
I've learned about the Roche limit.
Nice.
I learned that you really should not bring over the soul of your, and like the soul of the big bad who's also was your friend. Otherwise, they may just end up trying to possess your big brother figure.
I learned that the devils don't know what diminishing returns is.
It's like, dude, what happened here is that Mifo's trying to revive his dead girlfriend-ish,
No,
Martel,
sister.
and then she just, oh, it's dead sister. Well, fuck me. Sorry, my bad. But he was trying to revive Martel, only for Martel to go tell him, stop it, get some help.
And I learned
And then,
that apparently I cannot trust the intelligence of anyone here.
aw, thanks, Shuri.
You're welcome.
We're the anti-intelligence agency.
Alright, I think it's official. We need to ramp up our comedy for the next playthrough. We need to, how do you say it? Have more, lower our brows, get higher brow, whatever.
Okay, got it.
Cool. This is
I got it.
This is the end
I got
of
it.
the dungeon.
I got it. Tales of Symphoderp, all of my friends are not dead.
But the not being in parentheses to do like a
Yeah.
Evangelion nod.
It's like
So genius.
Lloyd
How
suddenly
do you
waking
feel
up
about
in
the
class.
fact that we're in the Shadow Realm?
Sorry.
On the Shadow Jingle.
Sorry. Spontaneous sneeze.
I
Alright.
just realized this looks like the Shadow Realm.
We're finished with the first part of this dungeon, so I'll go ahead and cue the cutscene up so we can watch it before we leave. Then I have to check this place to see if I missed any treasures, but I'm not gonna make you watch that.
No, this is not the Shadow Realm. This is the Distortion World.
I thought the Distortion World and the Shadow Realm were the same.
But the Distortion World is an upside down waterfall. This place doesn't.
You're gonna regret.
Wait, so it's the Shadow Realm.
And the Distortion Realm.
Cuteness. Deadly destruction. You this is the final. Now die. Like that? Die. Ready? Field barrier. How can this happen? Keep working on it, okay?
Be right back, quick.
This is gonna be a piece
All right.
of cake.
Healing circle. Beast. Away.
Tiger blade.
Get him, Atlas. Devastation now.
How can this happen?
Ready? Like that?
Field barrier.
Tiger blade.
Tiger blade.
We won.
This dungeon made me realize just how slow we are.
Yeah, now that I've optimized our X gems, we are a little bit slower.
50% output should be sufficient.
Still good though.
Ready? Field barrier. Away. Infinite destruction.
This may go a little bit over, but not that much over. Like maybe 10 minutes if that.
How can this happen? Why? How can this happen?
I was just warming up.
Oh, god damn it, I'm not gonna have time. Okay, fine. I wanted to be complete about this, but I suppose I have no choice.
No choice but to what? Are you gonna go ahead?
Yeah, I have to. We have 5 minutes.
What the?
Oh no, it's a trap. Lloyd, help us!
We doing this
Forget
again?
about us. Find a way to evade this trap.
Don't worry about me. Just take care of Mythos.
Listen, I guess it's a good thing I didn't posted that edit.
Please, don't worry.
Are you sure it's not
For
life
the
threatening?
love of Christ.
Actually,
As long as you're all right,
it's
you
obviously
still
not
have
life
most.
threatening. No one in
You
this
must
world
get to the
dies.
Great Seed.
Except for Celos.
Lloyd, find the Darius emblem. With it, you can disarm this
Find the
trap.
Fire Emblem.
Whee!
We'll be
Guys,
fine.
damn. What the hell is going on? What happened to everyone?
No friends.
Everything is all right. I can feel the presence of your companions. They are somewhere in this city.
All right, let's go find them.
No friends allowed.
We're friendless.
Except me for citrus. Except me for citrus. So friends are for the weak.
Oh, it's Colette.
Get out of my body!
Colette!
No.
She's too strong. I can't.
They're having a.
Get
It's
away
like they're
from her.
having a brothers
How dare
quarrel.
you, human! You son of Kratos!
You son!
You
You son!
Houston.
How dare you
Houston.
give me orders?
Houston.
Houston.
Whoa. What's going on?
Martel! How could you?
Human, your kind must not be allowed to live.
How far are you willing to go to take control of the mana?
I'll never forgive you. You humans are all the same.
Kratos? Why is Kratos...
Oh no, he's having a flashback. It's not even his
I think it's a
flashback.
flashback. I think it's like a false
Lose
memory.
yourself. The truth is within you.
What?
It's Mythos' memory. After the ancient war, when Martel was killed.
Shut up! Shut up! Why do you interfere? Both you and Kratos. We both want the same thing. I just wanted to save the world and my sister. To have a world where no one will be persecuted. Kratos knew that as well.
Colette, are you okay?
Lloyd! Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I'm always causing trouble for you.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Imagine if he really did was the one who gets possessed, and then you got to play as Colette to rescue him.
Okay, so cool. We're essentially at the part where we can stop. I just have to hunt down the save point. Alright, and there one is, conveniently for the
Yay.
taking. Alright, cool. So
Convenient.
I will see everyone on Sunday when we play more broody. Until then, I'll catch everybody
Goodbye.
later.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Goodbye,
Bye.
guys. See you then.
Bye.